Now let's start to understand what this test class is actually doing. So in this video, we are looking at the generated pet controller test class. The main purpose of this test class is to test the controller layer in isolation. That means we are only testing the pet control itself without starting the full Spring Boot application and without connecting to a real database. Instead, we use Mockito to create the fake version of the dependencies so we can fully control the behavior during testing. So let's first look at this annotation, this extend with. This tells JUnit 5 to enable Mockito's support for the test class. So once Mockito extension is enabled, Mockito is automatically create mock objects, inject dependencies, and manage the setup for each test. Without the annotation, Mockito annotations like other annotations like mock and inject mocks, it would not work. So if we come to this annotation, now here we are creating a mock object for pet service router. A mock is basically a fake implementation of a class. So instead of calling the real service layer or real database logic, Mockito creates a controllable fake object. This is important because in unit testing we want to focus only on controller logic. So we are not actually testing database access, external APIs or business logic here. We only want to verify that the controller behaves correctly. Next we have inject mocks. This creates the real pet control object and automatically injects the mocked dependencies into it. So Mockito is effectively doing something similar to this behind the scene. But instead of manually creating object ourselves, Mockito handles the injection automatically. Right? For example, we can like say pet control equal new pet control and pass them. So without doing that, it handles this. Now let's understand the typical flow use this test method. So if you take a single test, right, it has basically a arrange phase, then it has a act phase, and finally it has assertion phase. Now let's see these phases in details. So first one, arrange phase. In the arrange phase, we prepare the test data. Here we can create a simple pet DTO object that will be returned by the mock service. Second one, mock behavior using when. This one of the most important Mockito concept. Here we are telling Mockito when somebody calls find pet by ID method, and with this ID return this fake object. So no real service logic is executed. The mock simply returns whatever we configured here. Third one, execute the controller method. Now we execute the actual controller method in this section. So at this point, the controller calls the mock service and the controller returns the response back to the test. The fourth phase is assertions. Next, we validate the result using assertion. This checks whether the controller returned the expected object. You also notice other assertions like assert equal, assert not null, so we can use other assertions based on our requirements. So each assertion validates a different part of this response. So finally, we have verify interactions. This checks whether the controller actually called the service method. This is very useful way because we are not checking the response. We are also checking the interaction between layers. So this helps confirm that the controller is delegating work correctly to the service layer. One important thing to understand is that this is not a full Spring Boot integration test. So we are not starting the embedded server, loading the full Spring context, or connecting to database, or making any real HTTP calls. This is a lightweight unit test focused only on controller behavior. Because of that, these tests are faster, simpler, and easier to maintain. So overall, Mockito helped us isolate the controller layer by replacing dependencies with fake mock objects. This allowed us to test controller behavior quickly, independently, and without needing the full Spring Boot application to run.